Hi, welcome back to part 3 of Wrestling in Mom's Basement, week 7. I, of course, am Patrick Young, this guy to my right, whose definition of BC4L means bowl cut for life, Joe Benito. It's alright. It's okay, I have a bowl cut too, I just part it differently.
Yes. I part like the Red Sea. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, pass first. With the throwback reviews of In Your House, Good Friends, Better Enemies. Like us.
Especially after I made that bowl cut for life joke.
Yes. Everyone dying here. Go.
We can actually put that on a t-shirt, I think that would sell.
Yes. I can picture it in CCW hockey arenas around the world. In Northeast New Jersey where the Flyers practice.
Don't sell yourself short.
I can make it to Chicago.
There you go. Alright, well anyway. In Your House,
Good Friends,
Better Enemies happened on April 28th, 1996.
It might be 29th, because sometimes the network dates are back a day.
Well, the poster literally said April 28th, yeah.
What cheap-ass posters?
Yeah, it was just someone kicking back, watching TV, and the date in the bottom corner. Alright, it was the first pay-per-view after WrestleMania 12 and the Iron Man match with Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart.
Which was his second pay-per-view ever.
I won't say it's my second pay-per-view ever.
As a full-time fan.
Yes. It was also Diesel and Razor Ramon's last WWE pay-per-view until 2002. Until No Way Out 2002 to be precise.
Right.
Going into it, I did remember one match, and that would be Shawn Michaels versus Diesel for the WWE Championship. No holds barred match. Especially with Diesel being my favorite wrestler at the time. I remember this match. I still remember this match to this day, watching it as a little kid in my grandmother's house. So the show opens up actually with Bulldog and Owen versus Snake and Ahmed. Jake the Snake Roberts.
Big T, Ahmed Johnson.
And also known as Big T, Ahmed Johnson. He used Big T in WCW because Stevie Ray beat Booker T for the name T. That match actually opened up. Originally, it seemed like the original match was supposed to be Jake Roberts versus the British Bulldog. But there's some before match interaction where Cornette, Clarence Mason, and the referee were arguing, and Clarence Mason had a subpoena or a suit or lawsuit against Jake the Snake to not actually use the snake. Jake ripped it up, and when Clarence Mason, the ref, and Cornette were all complaining or arguing amongst themselves, Jake brought out, I believe it was actually Damien.
Okay.
Damien's the gray one, right?
Revelation.
Alright, he brought out Revelation.
Wait a Damien. Hold on. I thought Damien died. I will go with Damien. The second incarnation of Damien.
Alright.
Because Revelation's the other one.
Okay.
He brought out Damien.
He brought out one of either Damien or Revelation.
There we go.
And he put that around them because they were all in a huddle. Jim Cornette flips out and pantomimes being feigning, which was hilarious. Because Jim Cornette drinking tea is hilarious to me. Yeah, but he literally fainted it out. Bulldog literally had to drag him out of the ring. Jake actually walked the Snake backstage to, I guess, not get sued by Clarence Mason. But instead of the Snake, he brings out Ahmed Johnson, and then out of nowhere, the tag team match actually takes place.
Okay.
Early in the match, though, you could see where the crowd in Omaha, which was where this pay-per-view took place, you could see where their Hart family loyalties lie because they were chanting, "We want Brett." Brett would actually go on to take a break from WrestleMania 12 all the way to Survivor Series in 1996, where he would face Stone Cold Steve Austin in an excellent match.
I just watched that match.
Surprisingly, it was a pretty serviceable match, especially for Jake, who was considerably older at the time, and Ahmed, who was probably actually worse than Jake. You know, a few years after his prime. This was actually a pretty serviceable match. The story in it was that Bulldog actually broke Ahmed's thumb. Or he was responsible for that, and he would always, whenever Ahmed was in the ring and was standing, Bulldog would not want to tag in or would immediately tag out to Elton. The match went on a little further, and eventually Bulldog smacked Jake in both knees with the loaded tennis racket of Jim Cornette. And then he won in like a weird submission. I guess in real life it would hurt, but it was sort of like a leg hold, like how you hold somebody for like a Boston Crab before you turn them over. It was like a single leg version of that, but he didn't turn them over. He just sort of grabbed the leg and just held them there, and then Jake actually submitted to that. Which is unique and unusual. I guess it could hurt, but the match is serviceable. I ended up giving it a C. I'm not even sure. I couldn't even count this as a match. It was supposed to be the Ultimate Warrior versus Goldust. For some reason, Goldust had like an Italian mobster walking down the ringside as a bodyguard. Then Warrior comes out for the match in his entrance. I watched this just last night, and I'm not even sure if I can tell you accurately how this sequence of events turned out. But for some reason, Warrior got Goldust's like wig and his jacket, and then he started to put the jacket on Goldust and smoke his cigar and smoke Marlene's cigar, which Vince, funnily enough, said that he doesn't think Warrior smokes when Warrior's sitting there puffing the cigar. Goldust eventually sits in his director's chair with Marlene at his side. Warrior puts the coat around him, puts the wig on Goldust's head. Goldust puts his hand out for Warrior to kiss it. Warrior takes the cigar and just burns his hand with it. He does a bunch of other Warrior-like stuff before Goldust runs away. However, the mobster that Goldust brought out wasn't so lucky and I believe he actually got the Warrior splash. I don't know what the hell I was watching at that point. It's one of those things that was so bad that it gets forgotten about, and not like it's so bad it's good. Where you're like, oh yeah, I have to watch this.
It goes off like in the 20 minutes.
Yeah,
if I remember, right?
Yeah. Especially in front of like a smaller city in the Midwest, like Omaha. I'm not sure how long that you could keep people's interest like that. That was the thing that happened on the show. I couldn't grade it because the match didn't even start. So, however, this match was actually considerably better. It was the man they call Vader, or Big Van if you prefer, versus Razor Ramon. It was actually surprisingly a decent match. There were a couple big spots where Razor was actually able to lift, like suplex Vader, or electric chair drop him off the top rope. It was actually pretty good action, and the story was very good too. I ended up giving that match a B.
I just seen that match for the first time, if I recall.
Yeah.
Looking up 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised by how good it was.
Yeah.
Just being fit, but he was considerably surprised
Yeah.
by how good it was. I wasn't. I thought the match was better than me.
Most of my Vader matches consist of him in the WWF. Where
Vader was never a problem with WWF.
no,
His book was. Vader was still excellent though.
it was also right around the time where I was a kid and didn't really care about match quality or what have you. I was like a 5-year-old kid.
From the moment I came out, match quality was my number one.
At 2 years old.
Yes.
Or 3 years old.
I didn't know what the word quality meant either, so. But I had a feeling what it was.
No, he didn't know what he meant.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so in my eyes, Vader has gotten a ton better from when I was a kid. I used to always just think he was the mask guy. Or if I saw clips of him in WCW, he had that weird elephant mat. Weirdly awesome elephant mask.
I love that.
That had the smoke edge out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up giving that match a D. Next up, it was the Body Donnas versus the Godwins.
You shopping?
Yeah.
Mine is 2 teams.
Yeah. And I think those 2 other teams actually really helped that match because I ended up giving that match a better grade than when I gave this one. To just remind you, it was the New Rockers, Leaf Cassidy, Alcino, and Marty Jannetty. The Body Down is Skip and Zip, which were in the In Your House, Good Friends, Better Enemies match that I'm reviewing. The Godwins and the Smoking Guns, and that ended up being a dig. But this time with the Body Downers and the Godwins, it was enough. The best part of this match was being able to look at Sunny and her non-drug inhabited, crazy court cases, faking cancer.
And for all that, she is so beautiful.
I have slightly mixed feelings on that one.
I don't.
But yeah, the best part was looking at Sunny in her prime, right around the time where she became the most downloaded woman in America Online history.
And that's still a big deal to this day, because no one has taken that from her.
Well, you don't download pictures anymore.
Well, how do you get your pictures?
They automatically load up on a website.
Or
you Google.
Or in people old-fashioned.
You get to save pictures now, not download them.
I mean, even if he is right, old-fashioned is the way to go.
Alright, well anyway, I'm not sure if I said it before, but I'll say it again. That match was it was so bad that I don't remember anything that actually happened.
Is that the first stuff you've given out on these?
No, Goldust and Mark
Oh, a Jake and King, yeah.
Jake and King.
I'm the one that hasn't given out F yet.
Okay, well, we get to the main event. It's a short show because In Your Houses were 2 hours compared to the major 5 being Mania, King of the Ring, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. But this is the match that this card is really remembered for, and it's technically a one-match show because it's the tagline of this match. And literally the video package was only about one thing, and that was Shawn Michaels versus Diesel for the WWF Championship in an Opal Spark match. They showed a lot of history with them. They were former tag team partners, tag team champions, in fact. And for a long time, Diesel was Shawn Michaels' bodyguard. Until they split up, and in WrestleMania 11, probably the worst Mania of all time, except for this match, they actually split up, they actually fought each other for the WWF Championship. The roles were different, however, in Good Friends, Better Enemies. Shawn played the face in Peril, and Diesel played the badass. The heelish badass. It was a pretty crazy hardcore match for 1996. It was probably the first time I've ever seen the fire hydrant being used. More nowadays, it looks silly and hokey, but Shawn literally just looked like he was just trying to get something to blind Diesel with. There were chairs. There was Shawn hanging from the ring with Earl Hebner's belt. For some reason, Diesel had to choke Earl Hebner to get his belt. When Kevin Nash is so tall that he could probably just back him in the corner and just start taking off his belt. I mean, that may have sort of looked rapish, but he probably could have gotten away with it instead of choking him. And then the coup de grace of the whole piece was Mad Dog Vachon was at ringside, and Joe is already laughing because I can see him in the monitor. Mad Dog Vachon was a WWE legend at this very strong point. He lost his leg in a car accident, one of his legs in a car accident. So he had like a prosthetic leg on. Diesel goes into the crowd, walks up to Mad Dog, grabs him by the neck, throws him on the ground, which isn't crazy enough because Mad Dog Vachon is old as dirt at this point. He goes over to him, grabs the leg, and pulls it off. Who does that? Who walks up to one leg? Whoever walked up to Zach Gallen when he had his prosthetic leg on, grabbed his leg, pulled it, and started beating somebody with it. I don't think that ever happened in WWE.
Zach never did that.
No.
Zach had a prosthetic.
No, he never wrestled with it.
You're right. They can twist that stuff. It would sure my wrong. Happy 18th anniversary, SmackDown.
Yes.
Let me just leave it at that.
However, the prosthetic gathering of Diesel didn't actually end up helping him because he went to go hit Shawn Michaels with it, but Shawn kicked him and knocked him down or something. Then Shawn actually picks up a prosthetic leg and pantomimes doing a tapping of your shoes for batting practice.
Yeah.
And in the corner, just doing swing music, and then just swings and smacks Diesel right in the head with it. He then proceeds to win with the sweet chin music. That was definitely the best match on the show, and I ended up giving that 1.5. My overall ended up being a C for the entire show.
Not too bad.
Mostly you're going to walk away remembering the No Holds Barred match. Razor and Vader was pretty good. And the opener was actually a pretty serviceable match for what you get, for who was in there at the time. So overall, not a completely terrible experience. Can you have a much better experience on the WWE Network?
No.
Yeah.
But you would recommend 2 matches.
But I would recommend 2 matches, and that I would say these definitely decent.
Okay. Well, we didn't change our years from the SummerSlams.
No.
We were stuck in 96 to 2002.
Not voluntarily, it was just randomly done that way.
Right. Well.
Which reminds me,
Yeah, you get that
get the randomizer
up. WWE Rebellion 2002, October 26, 2002, from the Manchester Arena in Manchester, England. So here's one of the last WWE UK pay-per-views, and it happens to be the very first SmackDown exclusive show ever in British split history. Their instruction earlier in the year was Raw only, and I do remember that one being pretty bad. So hopefully this does better. Let's see. as we know from my previous review of SummerSlam, Brock's in the midst of his first run as a WWE champion. And now he's hot off the heels of a huge win over The Undertaker at Hell in a Cell. And now he's scheduled to defend the belt in a handicap match on this show with Paul Heyman as his partner and Edge as his opponent. I don't know why. Not complaining, I just don't know why. Anyway, No Mercy was the previous pay-per-view. They were still together at the time of both shows, and that was a mixed bag. Raw provided some mediocre matches on that show, while SmackDown was awesome. Maybe this show will be awesome since SmackDown's only.
Yeah.
The opening package is awesome, and it shows some of Brock Lesnar's dominance before it cut the highlights of the SmackDown brand. That was good stuff. The announcing for the evening SmackDown's tags on Cole. And then, first thing I see was a promo to open up the show. But it's Stephanie McMahon, so I can't fully complain when she's hot.
Although it becomes a pattern in 2014, 2015, 2016.
She's still hot though. Yeah. She welcomes the fans.
Until she says you're fired, then you see flashes of Vince, and then it's kind of scary.
It was a very distinguished look to send you to. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Vince.
She welcomes the fans and announces that The Undertaker's wife is in labor. So he didn't make the trip with the rest of the brand. And then she says that as part of a trade with Eric Bischoff, a Raw superstar has flown in to replace him. And it's the five-time WCW champion Booker T. Which then leads to our first match, Booker T versus Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy loves English muffins.
That was the Mac fact.
That's right, it's
the
Matt
Magnitude
Hardy.
fact.
It's Matt Hardy version 1.
Matt Hardy strongly dislikes mustard.
I'm not as good with this what Pat is in terms of remembering move for move. I want to remember certain moments, so I have to write down.
I don't remember move for move.
No, but you're like good at remembering like everything, being able to tell it in order.
Who the hell wouldn't remember Mad Dog Vachon getting one of his legs ripped off?
But you're good describing the you're good describing matches in depth without me in a script.
I guess I'll take the compliment.
I need this because there's like I need this for like my moves so I can explain the match because I don't just want to say move one and move one. If I want to watch these, I want to give you guys a good depth review like Pat does. So, now mine might be longer than the way Pat talks, so bear with me.
Yeah.
Now, if I end up doing a WrestleMania or something or SummerSlam, I'm not going to be that long because those I remember.
Yeah, those will get really long, especially if you go like 31 after for Mania. And then like the last couple years for SummerSlam.
Right, but like something like a Rebellion is not something I see all the time. So, or you guys probably don't either. I will give a different review. But like Pat said, that's right. It's Matt Hardy version 1. Matt Colford takes the strip in the beginning, but pulled back, so Booker goes back to him. Booker won the early exchange with a dropkick that sends Matt to the outside. Back inside, Booker's in control, so Matt retreats again, but Booker wheels away with him at ringside. Matt retaliates. Here's somebody from the for a reason. A. Gilbert hot shot. Because A. Gilbert invented the hot shot move.
Yeah.
Jack in the Rose. Because that spot does have to happen at least once a show to punch up into the ropes. He says Booker to the corner, but gets caught in a roll for 2. Matt hit the side effect, which I always like that move. But that gets to the zone. We did a goal fashion wrestle for Matt, and Booker rallies behind the hot crowd. The crowd was hot. It was England. He has a big spine buster and both went down to the count of 8, I believe. Booker busts out a spinning heel kick, but only earns a near full. Matt does his weird ass scream. A V1. It's V1.
It's a V1.
And misses his second rope leg drop. Booker climbs up and hits a weak-looking missile drop kick for Booker. Spinner Rooney, but Matt interrupted by Issa Booker only to get his foot on the rope. Matt uses this to get close to the win, but falls victim to the scissors kick, and the winner was Booker T. It was a good opener crowd stop for Booker T. You get the roll guy on the way. The face won, and it was a fun bout. Just what I needed to be. Sanguinary sequence. Then Booker T grabs a microphone and tells the fans it's not over because he didn't get to do a spin Rooney. He does what the crowd's liking. Cut to the back, Paul Heyman's looking for the holes, and he looks pissed. He barges the segment man's always complain about the WWE title match tonight. Savvy shuts him down, and the match is still going down. Up next, Billy Kidman and Tori Wilson versus John Cena and Dawn Marie.
It's a weird match on the docket for John Cena.
I'm confused here. Because John Cena's clearly still in ruthless aggression mode. But I always thought he was a face for that, and he's teaming with the heel.
Huh.
Was he always a face?
As the ruthless aggression, yeah.
Yeah.
Until he became the rapper, the white rapper.
Right. Okay. The Divas had to be separated for the bell, and I guess Cena was a heel though because he attacked him from behind. He shows that he's did a prototype. He did like a stolen vertical suplex with the squash like Natalia does.
Yeah.
That's impressive, and he should actually probably use that now.
Yeah.
Dawn blind tags in and kicks Tori's real life husband at the time in the ribs. Billy Kidman.
Mm-hmm.
Kidman's on face, holds Dawn over his knee, and Tori spanks her. Tori actually does a leapfrog and dropkick, which is more than I usually see from her. As the girls get into a cat fight, Kidman wisely gets in there and pulls them onto him to roll with them. Yes, wisely. He celebrates after it, which is awesome. Cena comes in from behind her back and slams Tori. He gets the tag and threatens to do more damage to Tori, but she low blows him. Kidman comes in and lights him up for a bit with punches and all. Kidman hits the Bodog for a near fall. As Tori tackles Dawn down the mat, Cena eats a vicious enziguri, followed by a shooting star press, and that one was over. Winners were Billy Kidman and Tori Wilson. I didn't expect to, but I enjoyed the hell out of that match. It was a fun 5-minute match with Cena enjoying his heel tactics while Kidman showed personality with the cat fight bit. So it was fun stuff, so I gave it a C. After the match, Tori Wilson placed a big kiss on Billy Kidman, and he's totally getting something for this show.
Well, they were married at the time, so he probably did.
Lucky is.
Yeah.
They interviewed Edge about his first WWE title shot, and they're doing a decent job building his shot throughout the night. Up next was Crash Holly versus Funaki. What the hell is this doing on pay-per-view? This isn't even SmackDown worthy. It belongs on Velocity. Crash stops mid-match to bring out a headband because he does karate or something. Funaki will have none of this because being Asian, of course, he must know karate himself. Crash gets near falls with a crossbody and side slam.
That's not racist at all.
He must be serious because he tosses one headband and applies a headlock. It's strange that Crash is the more powerful guy in a match. And he hits a big clothesline. He misses the move in the corner, allowing Funaki to hit a bulldog. Taz on commentary decides it's time to do a Gore Soley impression for some reason. They go into a series of roll-up that Funaki wins against the 3, where Funaki, I don't know why this was on pay-per-view, though Funaki was at least a bit over as SmackDown #1 announcer.
Yeah.
This wasn't awful, a D+. So after all that, Nia was walking backstage when she finds a smelly security guard and she lays her out to Jamie Noble. Nia was pretty damn good in this role, though she was not the most attractive diva for me, I'd be honest, but she was pretty good in the role, I thought.
She was very entertaining in that role.
And we see Rey Mysterio getting ready in a weird segment where he looks at the camera and starts just breathing heavily. Up next, exactly like that. WWE Cruiserweight Championship Elimination Triple Threat match. Jamie Noble with Nia versus Rey Mysterio and Tajiri. It was elimination rules, so I was nothing out about that. The match starts with Rey getting attacked in the bell, but he comes out with a corkscrew planche onto both his opponents outside. Mysterio kicks Noble in the midst of the bulldog on Tajiri. Nice spots early on between 3. Tajiri dropkicks the champ, which is Jamie Noble, while he's in the true world and pushes her in Tarantula, and Noble dropkicks him to break the hold though. Tajiri kicks the hell out of Rey, but then turns right into an attack about from Noble, who eliminates him early on. I wish we got the 3-person dynamic a bit longer between the 3 though, because they were doing good. Nia gets in cheap shots as she pulls Rey's shoulder across the turnbuckle because they're heels. She's a heel. And Jamie Noble shouts, "What's my name?" And the fans need to respond with Jamie Noble boy, but they don't. Because that's what you said.
Yeah.
In Southern accent. Jamie Noble boy. Yeah, it's trailer accent. But if they didn't.
It was his version of Adam Cole, baby.
Right, but England and Manchester didn't get that. And I was disappointed with that.
A few years before Adam Cole actually made Adam Cole, baby.
Right. Noble works there Ray for a while, and there was a kiss from Nadia. Ray kills an electric chair drop into a base tornado DT. He used a near full springboard leg drop and a top rope cross drop. It was weird. It was supposed to be. It was supposed to be the splash, but he laid in Jamie Noble's cross. I think Noble positioned himself wrong. Move on. He hits the sweet sauce that foot bomb, and Nadia distracts referee. He still gets over at 619. Nadia trips him hard. That allows for a tire bomb, but Ray kicks out. I actually didn't expect that. He goes for an electric chair drop again, but Ray counters it into a pin. Noble counts down to his own pin, uses Nadia for leverage, so he can't winner something to Jamie and Noble. It was a very fun triple threat match, and I wish we got more. I wish we did more elimination style ones nowadays. Big idea match. Air match, Ray hits a 619 on both Noble and Nadia. So he hit a 12-2-18. In the back triangle, Chris and Wall are arguing
12-3-18. 12.
No, 6 plus 6 is 12, 1 plus 1 is...
Okay.
Yeah, you know, 9 plus 9, yeah. In the back triangle, Chris and Wall are arguing about who the captain of the team is. They are fight period racers quickly, and that's beautiful. Up next, Chuck Palumbo and Val Venis versus Devon Dudley and Ron Simmons.
Hot damn.
So, Palumbo went from teaming with his gay lover.
You look so good
to me. To a porn star.
I did not know that was his gimmick afterwards.
No, he went from teaming with his gay lover to teaming with a porn star. Val Venis.
Okay.
Also, Devon and Simmons come out to the Reverend Devon team, but he's not in Reverend attire. For some reason, it actually starts even before the bell, as if this is some hotly contested rivalry. Venis dominates the early stages, but he's a big spine buster that stops him in his tracks. Palumbo eventually gets the hot tie and comes on fire. Palumbo and Venis use the most vanilla double team moves, like a double hip toss, before Chuck hits Simmons with an actual impressive belly down. That doesn't matter. It's Devon Simmons winning with a roll up and a handful of tights. Winners Devon Dudley and Ron Simmons. Well, that was boring. It had no heat. There's nobody cared about the 4 guys. It wasn't terrible though. It wasn't very good either, so I gave it a D. Los Guerreros cut a promo about bringing their grandma down to Germany with them. Chavez says they're in Ireland, and regardless of where they are, it's not better than Mexico. Up next, a Kiss My Ass match.
Oh god.
Albert versus Rikishi.
Um.
Before the match starts, Albert cuts a promo about how sexy he is.